and she gives it to him first. He had it first. But he was slipping, and when he was sleeping and everything, while he was asleep, the fat bitch, she takes the fucking watch back and she go give it to a veteran pimp, in Chicago. Chicago. The veteran pimp ends up taking it, to his little jeweler, and he finds out that the watch is phony. After the veteran pimp finds out that the watch is phony, he still wears it. And the reason why he was wearing it, because he knew that the young bitches that can't tell the difference between authentic You know, rest in love. You know, my left hand man, Nice. I love him to death. But Nice used to do that. Nice to have on some real jewelry and some fake jewelry at the same time. That nigga would have on a real ring, a real chain.
That she had and that she lived on were with the defendant when he was. Additionally, it was a site of two important things. One is that the defendant had two other felony cases of Jennifer's items that she had and that she lived on were with the defendant when he was arrested. She doesn't have receipts or anything to show that. I mean, she's actually claiming losses of more than $20,000 in regard to a relation with the defendant, but I explained to her the $200 for the counseling and then $500 just to pay for some of the clothes and accessories that she lost as a result of her relationship with him, the work relationship with him.
I'll go for. Yeah, I appreciate that.
Okay.
Appropriate. Again, he's already done 13 months over probation. We knew the criminal court system. Again, parole and probation did take that into account. They took into account the victims in this case. They took into account all the evidence when they crafted their recommendation. I'll be honest, when I saw the recommendation, I was somewhat surprised, simply because parole and probation, based on my knowledge of their decision matrices, I didn't think they would recommend he receive probation on both counts. It's more appropriate that Mr. Gilmore wants to get back to his life.
I was around when Lakeisha Jordan came around, and she did make all of us believe that she was over 18. She actually had a false identification. And that's the other thing I wanted to say to you, Your Honor. I've spent time in jail when Jordan came around. Why did he get my money? Because I loved him and I wanted to take care of him. And that he was raised in the church.
With these various individuals.
With nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes.
Would you please be seated? Can you please state your full name and last name for the record?
Yes, my name is Jennifer Prima Donna Harper, last name Harper. First I want to say, Your Honor, I know that this is sentencing, so I feel that he already has accepted responsibility for what he has done because he did accept guilt and plead guilt. And sentencing, this is your time, Your Honor, to judge how much he should be punished for the crimes he did commit. But right now, Judge, all you see is attorneys who don't really know him personally. You see him speaking angrily because of the accusations against him. But I have known him for over 3 years. We started off as co-workers, so I know, I just want to give you a little insight to his character. I know that he was raised in the church. He's from Chicago, I'm from Detroit. I was one of the victims. I was one of his girls. Right.
You were one of his girls.
Mm-hmm.
What does that mean?
Well, like I said, it never went to trial, so I never really got to testify how I felt everything went down. But Philip and I have had a personal relationship before any working relationship came about. And I can't testify honestly here and under oath and say that he forced me into doing the actions that I did. I was a very grown woman, 23 years old when I started doing it. And I've lived in Vegas since I was 19, and I made that decision 5 years after I've lived out here to do it on my own. But I was with him at the time actually on a boyfriend-girlfriend status, and so that might be the reason why he got excited about all the money that I was bringing and wanted to bring other females around. I do remember I was there when...
He got your money?
Yes.
Okay.
I do remember when Lakeisha Jordan came around. Why did he get my money? Because I loved him and I wanted to take care of him. And that's pretty much why every girl who
that he loves me. Right. So you going off of feeling. Feelings last for moments. But what's real, that's going to last for movements, though. So, I don't want to be in no feelings. So, you're going to have to tell one of y'all, there's a young nigga in here right now. He's soaking up all this game. Years from now, he going to tell a bitch, hey, baby, I feel you. I heard everything that you said. But I just got to let you know, what you feel and what's real is two different things. Some of them got to be told like that, little bro. But hold on, man. Let me go ahead, man. I ain't going to have the opportunity to answer all of these questions. So I might as well open up these phone lines. Let me go ahead and open up these phone lines. Hold on. There we go. There we go. Hold on. Bill, good looking. I see you sent the Cashapp. Good looking on that. Tasha, thank you for the PayPal. Good looking, baby. Appreciate that. All right. Let me do this for y'all. And get my likes up. Get them likes up over 400. We about to open up these phone lines. And I want y'all to come in with some good questions, man. Or statements, man, pertaining to the game. Y'all done had a few days, to think. Some of y'all was talking like, you really wanted it. Hold on. There we go. All right, so now you don't have to ask in, what's the number. The 773 number that you see above, that's my number. That's my number. There we go. Right. Do what Derek said. Call in, ladies. Call in. You might want to cuss me out. Matter of fact, Sonetta took the video down, but a brother by the name of Pastor Bennett, he was on Sonetta TV, and he was debating. And I just called in to give a few points to Sa for when he battles the Christians next time, or when he battled Pastor Bennett next time. And I was telling Sonetta, I say, Terrence, man, good looking, man. I appreciate that, fam. Good looking for the 100. But I told him, I said, I told him, man, you know what I mean? Listen, man, the ladies, let me just say this. I said, man, when the brothers basically be talking to the sisters, man, on the platform, and the sisters are conveying their point on whatever topic, the brothers are always speaking in the language of silence. They give the sisters the utmost respect. They don't interrupt the sisters. They allow the sisters to convey their point without cutting the sisters off. They don't sit up there and go in on them or nothing. The sisters get the utmost respect at Sonetta TV, and not just Sonetta TV, but other platforms that I know too. The women have the liberty to say whatever for however long they want without the man interrupting them. But when the man starts to speak and he begins to talk, the sister or women, they hollering all over the brother and cutting the brother off and interrupting him. So to the ladies that's new at the channel, I allow the ladies to say whatever they want for as long as they want, but they have to give me, or if I got another brother or pimp or whatever on the platform, she has to give him the same respect that he gave her. And one thing that I don't like about the Black Woman is God type of platform, you guys are so in the booty of these bitches that these bitches think they can say and do whatever the fuck they want to do, and they don't have to respect the black man. You niggas that went so far with that sucker booty ass doctrine that you giving out here, that you really got these broads talking to men any kind of way, and I can't agree with that. Hello.
Hello.
What's going on?
Man, it's a beautiful morning. I'm so happy that I got to speak to you.
Likewise, man. Likewise.
Well, Mr. Sebastian, I think given the chance to get knowledge about you for a minute, I was going to ask you how you doing.
Oh man, I'm blessed, man. Thank you. I appreciate that, man. How are you? You blessed?
Yeah, I'm blessed, man. Really good and blessed. But I just had a question for you. You know, I've been watching the videos for a while. There's no question for me going to answer. And that's how do you view a situation where you're able to take action, but there's never really action to take? So for instance, if you got a girl or whatever, and you can get out of the situation by going a different way. You can go towards the path that you already went down. You know, you can go towards and then go towards whatever it is. But what if that's not the path that you're supposed to take? Did you still take that path so you can, you know, do what you have to do in order to succeed in your life? Or do you take the path where you have to find a way towards something else?
Bro, you know, I don't even know what the fuck you just said. I'm gonna need you to say it again, because I know what you said. I can repeat what you said, but just ask the question. What is your question? Because you said a whole bunch of nothing. But go ahead. Say it again.
Okay, so what happened is you get into a situation with a girl where she's making some money for you, but she's not really doing what she needs to be doing. She's not applying the game or applying the knowledge that you gave her. Do you keep that situation around, or do you immediately do something else to get out of the situation?
When you said that she's not applying the game, I'm slow. What do you mean she's not applying the game? She's making money. She's making some little fun, but she's not applying the game that I've given her in totality. And I know some guys like that. They depend on looks and they pay for instructions that they don't even utilize. So would I maintain her? I'm gonna go as the spirit of the game lead me in that situation. You know, the game, I might want to allow another P partner of mine to have the bride, or I might want to, you know, tempt the bitch away from me or whatever. But if the game is telling me don't give up, maintain her, and have patience with her, you know, and sometimes the game, not just in our lifestyle, but just women period, especially black women. You know, that's why I love black women so much, because if it ever was a vessel to be used to put patience in a man, it's the black woman. Because you're going to have more than intelligence to preside over a strong black woman. You're going to have patience. So, you know, this woman that I'm presiding over, the game might be using her to put more patience in me. So even though I want to sit up there and cuss her the hell out, or I want to sit up there, you know, and fire her ass, you know, the game say, no, you know, don't give up and don't throw your hands up. Instead, just roll your sleeves up and keep dealing with the situation. And every problem that she brings, you keep coming with more pimping. Don't allow her problem to be bigger than the solution that's within you. You just keep pimping. You keep coming with more love. You keep coming with more encouragement. So, you know, even when she's being disobedient, you know what I mean, I'm being more intimate. I'm being perfect. So, every situation, depending on, you know, how the game lead me in, I'm not going to give up on that woman, because that's how my pimping is manifested. You know, because it can be years down the line. So remember when you did that? Remember when you said that? Remember when I taught you this? and you still was being disobedient? Remember the consequences of your disobedience? And did I still maintain you? Was I still merciful to you? Was I still long-suffering with you? Was I forgiving? You know what I mean? And when you sit up there and did things, you know, and because of things that you did, you fell down, you was discouraged. Did I pick you up when you was down? Did I give you some of the best encouragement that you ever had in your life? Did I give you reason to keep living and pushing on? Yeah, you know what I mean? So when you got a foundation with a woman like that, you know, even when she blow up, when she leaves, it's so easy to bring restoration to that situation and replenish her because of how strong the strength that you manifested with that woman. It was like, you know, he was my shoulder to lean on. And when I was ignorant, he gave me knowledge. He was a man to me, you know, and he made me into a woman. When I met him, I was an ignorant, outlandish, foolish, brutish female. But when I got involved with him and I applied his game and I stayed with him, now I'm a woman. And I realized the error of my ways could have really cost me a great situation and a great man. And I'm so blessed to have somebody who had patience with me and kept having diligence, you know what I mean, to keep, you know, giving me this game. Because if he would have gave up on me, you know what I mean, I would have just been another bitch going from household to household. But he didn't give up on me, you know. So because he didn't give up on me, you know what I mean, here I am today, polished, established, you know what I mean, and that foul shit, that shit that was hindering me from being a greater me, you know, that's now abolished, now that the game has been established in my mind and heart. So, you know, like I said, man, it depends on
Look, man, you talking some motherfucking game. You got some motherfucking game. I don't know what it is, but you stay blessed, man. Whatever you're doing in your life, I'm blessed that you prosper. You know, I'm blessed that everything that you do works out in your favor. I just want you to keep winning, man, and keep on doing what you're doing.
Man, I appreciate that, man. Thank you for calling in, man. Thank you.
Thank you. Love yourself and be safe, man.
Man, love yourself, man. And you be safe as well. Moving on. All right, ladies, man. Make sure, man, that you call in. Get them likes up. You know, man, let's get them likes, man, up to 400, man. While we at 344 likes and there's 414 people watching. Come on, man, hit the like button right now. Get the likes up. Stop playing with the game. You know? But yeah, like I was saying, man, we have to, there's nothing wrong with being respectful to our women, but, you know, you deserve that same respect and more, man. If a woman is talking and you've been completely silent while she was talking within the conversation because you was being respectful towards her, and now that she's finished her whole little, you know what I mean, speech that she gave for 600 or 1200 seconds, and you didn't cut her out at infinity. Good looking, man, on the 15, man. Appreciate that, bro. Hello.
Hey, say, how you doing, simple, man?
I'm blessed, man. What's going on?
Oh, not too much of it, but a whole bunch of it at the same time. Really, I was just kind of curious, if you don't mind getting into, you know, you in your younger days, how you might have maneuvered around a town without, you know, like a town that don't really have an area like a Figueroa. Like, I know you in Charlotte, North Carolina. And if you don't mind, just spend a little bit. That process went for you.
Are you in Charlotte right now?
No, man. It's right now it's Raleigh, North Carolina.
Oh yeah, man. Raleigh, man. Shit. Just North Carolina, period, man. It's just a knock spot. You know, South and North Carolina is a knock spot. I can't listen. If you under 5 deep, if you not 5 deep, and you reside in Biden in North or South Carolina, you playing with the game. Because there's so many women that's ready to fuck with some pimping. They ready to fuck with a man with a plan. They ready to fuck with somebody that got results you know what I mean, from them infinite thoughts that they conveying in conversation. They ready to fuck with them, man. And I don't know why y'all keep calling while I'm on the phone. I'm not gonna click over. But you know, you supposed to be deep if you're in North or South Carolina. What I will say as far as for Charlotte, when I was in Charlotte, you know, sometimes, you know, it depends on the work that you got. You know, of course, some of my partners, they wasn't able to get no money from that Sugar Creek because they didn't have no, oh, come on, man, you know, man, come on, man. Seeing that, that's why I say that's the benefit of cross-country pimping, because when people call from different states, there's not really a location that a motherfucker can call in right now that I can't give game pertaining to. That's why when I used to see idiots, older idiots and younger idiots, talking about he ain't never been nowhere and all of this, then nigga, how the fuck do I sit up there and have over 3-hour conversations with people on the phone in different areas asking me questions about this state and that state if I never pimped in that state or had an experience there? Stop it.
Yeah.
You know, but in that on that Sugar Creek, I ain't gonna lie, you know what I mean, it's kind of slow and dry, but if you got the right work, if you got, you know what I mean, the right type of product, you got the right type of hoes, and you got the right type of pimping, hey man, you gonna resurrect that track, man, you know what I mean, and it's some money there. It's just that, you know, the shit that they be having, again, I'm gonna just say this, not saying no names, but a lot of niggas,
I've been in quite a country, I know you mentioned the South Park area.
yeah. Well, you know, like I said, you know, when I first got out there and I didn't know too much, you know what I mean, the bride, you know what I mean, she knew about Sugar Creek. And so basically, you know what I mean, I didn't really care for the money that was coming from there. You know, it was decent, but it wasn't my type of money. So I started fucking with that downtown Charlotte. I started fucking with South Park. And that's where my money was taking. Plus, you know, Backpage is still in existence at that time. So I was checking that good daytime, you know, BT money. And then, you know what I mean, late at night, man, you know what I mean, downtown Charlotte, you know what I mean, to pay me. You know what I mean? Yeah, I know how I dress every time, nigga, I'm a pimp. You know what I mean? But I know you ain't doing nothing bad, but it's too hard. But no, man, it depends on the, of course, the feed, man, you know what I mean? I can't, like, man, this is what I am gonna say. I'm not gonna pimp for you know, but what I will say is, you know, in that South Park area and that downtown Charlotte, you know, instead of sending that bitch looking like she's going on a job interview, send her outside looking like she's giving a job interview. There is a difference. She can be sexy and she can be classy at the same time. Nails, hair, teeth done. You know what I mean? Looking like her pussy smell like the garden weed. You know, send that bitch out looking right. You know, and if you send that bitch looking out right, you know, your money gonna be right. You know, that shit that you see on Big and all of that, no, that ain't what I'm talking about. You know, I'm talking about looking, you know, business type, but sexy. You know, that's how I was feeling mine out. You know what I mean? No, they was never out there looking, you know, naked. You know, damn near naked, not naked. Plus in that park area, you want your hoes to pretty much, you know what I mean? You want them to dress where they can catch your titties, but not bring them wrong with it. Because that's not really an area that's really known, you know, like a field and all that. It's not known for that type of shit. You know what I mean? So don't bring the wrong attention. South Park got some good money in it. So don't ruin it, you know, by trying to, you know, make it a raunchy, you know, area. It's not that. So you have to go with the area. You know what? I mean, it's some things that I could say, but I'm not gonna say it while we on this live. I mean, if you want that type of game, you know, we can talk to each other privately, but you know, like I said, I ain't gonna pimp for you. You know what I'm saying? But in that Soft Park area, in that downtown Charlotte, you know what I mean, you can get your money, partner. And especially right now, October, you better be getting as much as you can while you can, because I'm telling you, in December, it's gonna slow the fuck up.
Yeah, I appreciate that, man.
Basically,
for anybody
gangster rap, I guess it's like telling the real and not holding back, giving up, you know, the reality from the street.
Hey man, they didn't even put your name, man. They don't even know who you are, bro.
Hey, I appreciate that, man. Thank you for taking the time, man.
Man, blessings to you, man. Thank you for calling me. Likewise. Yeah, man. Charlotte is an area where not only should you be getting your money, but you should be getting deep. I dare your ass to get clean and be following in that South Park Mall. Man, it be so many bad ones falling up in there. You just gotta be up in there in that daytime, man. Hold on.
What's the move? I'm trying to look a play side. Ocean blue, bubble kush. I got different flavors.
Oh man, you got your CDL? You did. Okay. That's what I like to hear, man. You know, niggas just get their CDLs around this motherfucker, man. That's what I'm talking about. Yeah, leave this pimping alone. Go get that CDL. That's what we want to see. You know? People be thinking I be making jokes and shit like that. No, I ain't making no joke, man. Why would you join a lot of Why would you get a life of crime? I mean, participate in a life of crime when you can get your CD on. Hello?
What's up? What's going on with you?
I have them coming back like the damn dope thing.
Man, I'm calling up out there, movie 65 and things, man. You know, you got all that cookies on you last night.
I keep my baby.
I don't know what you talking about.
I gotta keep it on me. On me. I never got her on.
I thought you could call you just make a statement. I don't know if it had to be a question.
Okay, but what's your statement?
I didn't appreciate how you got all history on me. Then when I got off the phone, you had one of the little young subscribers, and both of y'all continued to roast me where I wasn't in no position to defend myself.
So you came back a few days later to sit up there and cry on my phone?
No, what happened was one of my folks that turned me on to you, right? And so she had dared me to call you. So then after that, stop. So the bitch is your coach, but she dared you to call me. And so you got a bitch that's daring you, and you sit up there and went on the dare with the bitch, and you call something to because the bitch dared you. You can be roasted. I bet you won't call me. You can get roasted just for that. You got a bitch sitting up there daring you. A bitch sitting up there daring you. That's just like a bitch. That's like a bitch telling you, I dare you to catch this date with me. You ain't gonna go on this date with me. And you sitting up there going on dates with the bitch that she dared you. I know what type of nigga you is. All you need is a bitch to just dare you, and you gonna get involved. Oh shit! So basically, the bitch running the relationship. She giving you instructions. No, a bitch can't do nothing but run my numbers up, my nigga. Hey, it seems like the bitch doing more than that. Seems like the bitch. I dare you to be a man. I dare you to be a man. I dare you to be a man, kid. I dare you to give her instructions and see what that bitch tell you. I dare you to give that bitch some instructions. I dare you to be a man to that bitch, and I see what she do to you. I dare you.
I dare you to sit up there. Hold on. I dare you to sit up there and take the panties off and put your drawers back on and let that bitch sit up there and put the panties on, nigga. I dare you, nigga. So wait a minute, you had 3 days to think about the joke that you was gonna say, and that's your motherfucking joke, nigga. So now you been fantasizing about me being the motherfucking unprotected nigga. Nigga, I dare you to be a heterosexual. I dare you to be a straight. I dare you to be a straight man. I dare you to be a straight man. I dare you to be a straight man. I dare you to be a heterosexual. I dare you to sit up there and get your... Matter of fact, you know what? I know the type of goofy you is. You the type of goofy to do the red cup challenge. You a red cup challenge ass nigga. You would put a red cup on your hand and bend down and put your motherfucking legs up in the air and put your motherfucking cups and shit between your motherfucking legs. You a red cup challenge ass nigga. I know your motherfucking type. You a motherfucking red cup challenge ass nigga. And see, I should have knew you was gay because you the only type of nigga that'll do the devil cock challenge and shit. You sitting over there doing the period poo challenge and shit. Nigga, stop it. Talking about you, the Undertaker suit. Nigga, that's the best that you got. Nigga, you ain't never had a motherfucking suit yet. You ain't never had a motherfucking suit a day in your motherfucking life, nigga. The only time that you had a suit, nigga, is when your mama got you a Value City suit, nigga, on Easter Sunday, nigga. Sit your tired ass down. How the fuck a motherfucking dirty ass? You got dirt under your nails right now, and you gonna sit up there and try to roast a suit, nigga. Shut your dirty ass up. You don't even take showers every goddamn day, nigga. Nigga, how dare you, nigga? Nigga, how dare you, nigga? How you gonna sit up there and talk about wearing the suit and you got dirty fingernails and dirty drawers on right now, talking about I'm a roast scene? Nigga, if you don't get your funky ass up in that motherfucking shower, nigga, calling up here talking about I'm about to roast scene, and you just sound like a funky ass nigga. You sound like you got a Newport hat on now with a Newport jogging suit with some Saint ass shoes. You got some Saint ass liquor shoes. Nigga, how you gonna roast with me? Get the fuck out of here, nigga. This nigga got on some Saint ass shoes. Nigga, I'll roast the fuck out of you. Go ahead, get it going.
That's all I want to know. You go ahead with that booty on your ass.
Yeah, put that bitch on the phone that been giving you some instructions, and that's when I'm gonna get a motherfucking suit, nigga. That same bitch, nigga, that been sitting over there giving you instructions, nigga. That's how I'm gonna get a motherfucking suit. I'm gonna get a suit up out that bitch, that boyfriend of yours, nigga, that's giving you instructions, nigga. Yeah. Hey. I'ma sit up there and get a motherfucking suit out that bitch. No. I'ma get a suit up out that bitch that's holding you by your waist, nigga. And you better stop taking pictures like that too. I don't know why you keep letting that bitch hold your waist like that. That ain't how you take no picture with no bitch. She's standing behind you, holding you by your ass and shit. Come on, man. The fuck up out of here. And you talking about some suit. That's the best you can come with, nigga. And look at the way. And that's why you admire me, nigga. You be like, damn, man, one of these days, I'ma be clean like sin. And see, that just showed me how gay you is. You laying in the bed with your woman, and you could be talking about any goddamn thing, but you in the bed with your woman talking about, baby, did you see Sin suit? It's your gay ass. Anything, you could be talking about anything with your woman, but you thinking about me in a suit with your bitch. Knock it out of here. Man, listen, you and your woman be sitting down thinking about me, man. I don't even got a road. I ain't even got a road. I don't even have to roll. The fact that you and your woman be laying in the bed thinking about me and my suit, that just let me know I'm the nigga. There's no joke that you can say out your nasty ass mouth. You understand me, that to compete against that. You and your woman be rubbing your ass. Your woman be having your whole booty in her head. and she be sitting over there talking about Simple the P in your ears, and your coochie be getting wet and shit while she got your booty in her hand, nigga. Yeah, you sitting there on private time, romantic evening, you sitting over there talking about, baby, I know you wanna fuck, but did you see how nice Sin looked in that white suit? Come on, man. Right, bro. He been pillow talking. Him and the bitch plotting to get a choosing up to try to choose me. Nigga, the answer is no, nigga. You can't choose with the bitch, man. I'm telling the bitch now, no, he cannot come. Sin, can he come? Can he come? Nah, he can't come. You kinda, I don't know, you kinda sound like, you sounded similar as hell when you said that. I ain't gonna lie about that. Why you say that like that? Why you say that like that? Like your name was Davion or something. Why you say that like your name is motherfucking Davion Matthias? Nigga, get your gay ass up out of here. I appreciate you. Hey, still do start to steal. But hey, for real though, stop letting that bitch give you instructions. Cause like I said, you ain't gonna never wear no roaster with me and starting off talking about, yeah man, my baby dared me and she dared me to do this and then she dared me to do that. Nigga, we was in the circle of peace or we was outside talking shit, nigga, I was been roasting you all goddamn night, man. First, hold on, I gotta change that. Hold on, let me change that. Hold on, let me change. Hold on, let me change that. Cause you would've never been in no circle of peace with your red cup challenge ass nigga. You would've never even been in no motherfucking circle of peace. You would've never been in it. You would've melted in the circle of peace.
You talking to a player Mac.
A player Mac? What you a player Mac? A player Mac. Nigga, you made that up. Nigga, shut up. Talking about a motherfucking player Mac. Nigga, your motherfucking mama knew you was a trick nigga when you was born. And you talking about your motherfucking player Mac. Man, shut up. Your motherfucking woman giving you instructions and daring you to sit up there and take dildos, nigga. And you talking about your motherfucking player Mac. If you don't knock it the fuck off. Baby, I dare you. I dare you. And look at that. You saying I took it to some homo shit, but you laughing. What type of shit is that? You laughing about it.
You like a comedian. You're a comedian to me, nigga. You funny.
Right. Nah, what's funny is a man laying in the bed with a woman thinking about me. No, that's funny. A man in the bed thinking about me with his woman. That's funny. That's fun. I noticed that you don't have nothing to say against that because it's true. Like you've actually had private conversations with your woman about me.
No.
You have. So you had private. So answer this or not. You on trial right now, nigga. So you ain't had private conversations with your girlfriend about something, nigga. Answer me, little nigga. I can tell, nigga, that you 5'8". Nigga, I can tell that you 5'8" with shoes on, nigga. Answer this question. Nigga. Answer, I'ma treat you just like that, nigga. You understand? I can tell, nigga. I can tell. Nigga, answer the question, nigga. No, don't try to laugh. Don't try to laugh over the shit. Don't try to laugh over the shit. No. Don't try to laugh over the shit. You and your woman be having private conversations about me, fantasizing about me with a suit on. And she be like, and your bitch be like, baby, if you keep on, you know what I mean, God gonna bless you, you gonna look like Simple one day. You think so, baby? You think so? Come on, man. It's always a swap meet ass nigga trying to make a joke about a damn suit. Until you step your motherfucking game up, nigga, you can't talk about no goddamn suit. The last time you had a suit on was at your 8th grade luncheon, and the motherfucking suit that you had on your 8th grade luncheon, you borrowed that from your sister. So I don't know why you sitting over there still speaking on suits, nigga. What the fuck wrong with you? Nigga, Reverend Ike was clean as hell. Niggas, you couldn't be clean to save your life, nigga. Alright, man. Alright, I appreciate you for calling in, bro. Alright, look. Look.
Hey, look, man, I'm gonna get on with you, man. I wanna have a conversation offline with you about some real shit, though.
Okay. Alright, blessings to you. And blessings, and tell your world, man, thanks for hooking you up with the camera. Alright. Alright, man, moving on. Yeah, bro, he tried to roast Reverend Ike, man. Nigga, Ike used to be clean as hell. That's how I be knowing that, you know, you regular little street niggas, man, the shit y'all be laughing at, I be like, huh? Just like I never understood when, what's the name told Drake, a Stevie Harvey suit nigga made him. I was like, nigga, Steve be clean as hell. What are you talking about? I like only one of these goofy niggas would say, just like people make fun of Michael Jordan. Nigga, Mike always used to be clean. But I mean, hey, I don't know where you niggas, where your style and whatever. I don't know. You know what I mean? Cause nigga, Michael Jordan was always clean when I came up. Always. Man, his suits was back, man. We didn't even like them. Mike had to sit up there and bring the bagginess because before Mike, niggas was wearing tight ass shorts. Niggas was wearing booty cutters and shit, man. So thank God for Mike. Hold on, let me speak on that for a minute, because I know some of y'all gonna get angry. But let me just say this. In my eyes, you know, I just gotta get it out my system. I already know the phone about to light up me saying this, but I gotta get it out my system, man. Cause I love y'all. But I don't have nothing against LeBron. LeBron is a great person off court. But on the court, y'all need to stop saying that LeBron is the GOAT. He is not the GOAT. He is the space GOAT. He's not the GOAT, people. Stop doing that. And that championship that the Lakers just won, my nigga, that shit doesn't even count. I'm just keeping that shit 100. That shit don't count. That shit don't even count, bro. That championship was about as real as San Antonio when they won during the lockout. For real, bro. Yeah, I remember when San Antonio won that year, you know, during the lockdown. That's how real that shit was, bro. I can't get that nigga no. That shit don't even count, bro. In my eyes, LeBron only got one ring. The one that he won with Steve. That shit with Miami ain't count. That shit that he did with the Lakers ain't count. That nigga only got one ring, bro. That nigga 1 for 10. That's just my vision. He 1 for 10. You know what I mean? He's not the GOAT. Stop doing that. Now, if you want to call in and cuss me out and be like, Ken, you know about this Pippen, but bro, you don't know nothing about this basketball.
Okay, ma'am, calm down. What kind of shot?
Shut up. Nigga, when I see you, I'm beating your ass. Sitting up there saying this shit, nigga, about LeBron. I'm here to tell you, niggas, that LeBron is not the GOAT. Stop saying that. No, he is not the greatest of all time. Y'all be pissing me off when you say that. How is a nigga only won 14? This nigga won 4 championships. Well, shit, I can't even say four.
I've been sitting back, watching as the
I'm
world
sorry, I
crumbles.
can't say
Taking over
four,
by
man.
mumbling and litters. Got my favorite kind of
Y'all
fighters,
gonna
got
really
them
count
all.
that
Always
championship
breaking the
game?
law. Fuck the feds, momentum,
He's not
origin.
the
Double
GOAT.
drop 'em, purgatory, predatory.
You know what I mean?
Under
Stop
praise,
it.
step by step,
He's
yeah,
not
you're
the GOAT,
getting
bro.
closer. Have a pass. panic
when
attack.
you do a
Heavy
greatest of
breathing
all
in your freezing
time,
pussy
you
trying to
have to do
adapt.
it
Nothing
according to
creasing,
that
bitch, you
era,
caught
bro.
inside the fucking Reaper's
Those
trap.
that
Got you
know
begging
basketball,
forgiveness. See
you
you
do it
kneeling in
according
the
to
Bible.
the era.
Searching for a sign of fighters
And
over
right
blood,
now,
looking smug.
he's great
Getting
in
snug in
his
your coffin.
era,
Seeping
but he's
concentrated
not
soul
the
before the
greatest of
crossing
all
stories
time.
don't belong into the past. Now you're
So if
feeling the
y'all want
past.
to call
Like
in,
a dragon killing fast. Trying to
talk
grip on the
about
last
whatever
of
you
what you
want to
know,
talk
but
about.
all
If
you
you
see
call
is
in,
death row.
trying
They'll
to
never
prove to me
receive
that
a death
LeBron
row.
is the GOAT,
Slick
I'm
clean up
gonna
on the
listen.
scene with X and Rose.
I ain't gonna argue with you, you know, we ain't gonna fight, but come on, man. You know, Mike would have never did the shit that LeBron did. If Mike knew you're not going to Boston or LA, stop it. Hello?
Take a deep breath and breathe up once again. Gonna wipe the demons dead, I have your battle again. Gonna turn way down to super fucking bitches begin. Make your bitches past the skull, I have your boss bleeding. Preach me terrible, laugh and shine, silence, wait until this has a secret. Know the dick, you find them, take the balls up from my hand.
Bro, like,
keep the sight. Fuck you, roaches, I'm the fat and I'm the smoker from the side. We'll just make back to the asylum. I don't fuck. Put the chance, you fly, motherfuckers, bunch of snakes. I had you watching, stringing struggle, fucking suckers. Ain't no love, all you getting is my rapper like a rapper. Yeah, my soul up in your perish, and my bonds are aims at devastation. Just a life, but that's afraid to find yourself against the misery. But no escape of passion, I'm a blast, a master. We observe the underground with great disgusting age. We understand the process of eradication. You will see the end.
Why is LeBron not the GOAT? You know he's the GOAT. You know LeBron is that.
If LeBron,
what you talking about?
if LeBron,
I'll leave you with the Greyhound.
If LeBron is the GOAT, hold on.
On you. You know what I'm saying?
Hold on, let me do this.
I'm packing on you right now.
If LeBron is the GOAT, then that means that you're not a trick. If LeBron is the GOAT, that means that you're not a trick. I gotta move on, because you're a goofy. I can't even have fun with you. You're a goofy. But if LeBron is the GOAT, then that means that he's not a trick. And we know you're a trick, so how is LeBron the GOAT? Hold on for a minute, because hello? Hold on for a minute, bro. Hold on for a minute. Stay right there. Don't move.
Riding in the Chevy with my pockets weighing heavy, running laps around.
That nigga said LeBron fans is worse than the Beehive. God damn. Hold on. Hey, I'm live right now, but I'm hungry. So go ahead and do you got anything lined up? Do you have some appointments? If not, I'll get somebody else. Huh? Okay, then just text me, because I'm hungry. That means you're going to do something for me, baby. I appreciate you. Alright, what you talking about, family?
It was nice in New York. Now, I just wanted you to fuck around and explain or some of your experience about, like, you know, how music really fills the soul and shit like that when it comes to the pimping or just whatever. Because I just know that once I stopped listening to rap music, like, you know, I just started feeling it more like myself. I started listening to, like, soul music. I actually went to your little playlist and shit, the Black Patient and Isley Brothers and shit, and that shit just changed, like, my whole spirit. It made me feel like I was more vibrant and shit. So I just want you to elaborate on that kind of subject.
Yeah, I wanted the brothers, if you notice, I play a lot of R&B, and the reason why I play a lot of R&B, a lot of old school R&B, is because I want the new representatives of the game, you know what I mean, to have that gentleman about it. I want them to have that charm about it. I want them to have that pimpish vibe, you know, about it. You know, I want them to also know their knowledge, you know, have knowledge concerning the history of, you know, of what pimps used to listen to in the 60s and 70s and the 80s. You know, the reason why, you know, pimps was getting chose and knocking the way they do, because a lot of times you'll be listening to some Isley Brothers or some Donny Hathaway, Marvin Gaye, some Stylistics, and while you riding or you in the house just sitting down, you know, listening to the Whispers, you know, or listening to some Frankie Beverly and Maze, you will be amazed with how the spirit of pimping will just come over you and deposit something in your spirit. And you'll begin to just think about, you know, you'll be in October and you'll already be in the month of July, just pimping mentally and say, man, you know, I'm getting ready to work out, I'm getting ready to read, I'm getting ready to get new revelations concerning the game. And while you just listening to the music, man, you just visualize and just having some of the most beautiful, you know, infinite-minded women, you know what I mean, just, you know, ready to get it for you, man, and, you know, being able to be, you know, do some fly shit that you ain't never done or no other pimp, you know, has done. You know, you in Dubai, but you got hoes catching dates in Italy. You know, you just visualizing this shit. You know what I mean? You visualizing, you know what I mean, sitting over there, knocking this brand new college student. You know what I mean? That just came in town. You know, you just, a lot of times, you have to call them things which be not as though they were, and speak things into existence. And when you're listening to music, you know, those fantasies become reality as you keep speaking it into existence, and you keep thinking about it, and you keep speaking it into existence. And that music, that old school music, it really be the soundtrack for them type of thoughts. And, you know, so I appreciate that. When I'm listening to Marvin Gaye, the I Want You album, man, I'm just thinking about turning on and turning out some of the most beautiful women that God has ever created, man, to the lifestyle of pimping and hoeing, man. You know, I just be thinking about certain things of, you know, what could I do to make myself a greater asset, you know, to a woman, you know, because when you're listening to a lot of that rap, you know, you hearing all of this profanity and things like that, and that's cool, you know, keep a balance. But when you're listening to the old school, you know, a lot of things is in code, they're not using profanity, you know, it's real classy, you know, and it brings that spirit from that time upon you, and you would have never even thought, you know, these particular thoughts if you had not been listening to that music, you know, because that music is invoking that spirit. And so that's why I always tell the young pimps, man, listen to some Isley Brothers, listen to some Frankie Beverly and Maze, and, you know, I want you to listen to, you know what I mean, some Earth, Wind and Fire. I want you to listen to, you know, the Temptations. I want you to listen to Eddie Kendricks in his solo career days, David Ruffin in his solo career days. I want you to listen to Dennis Edwards. I want you to know about Ali Woodson. You know, I want you to know about these things because, you know, you might be in a bar one night while you dressed up and you didn't even come for that. You had come looking for some fine, attractive young thing. But an older, attractive, beautiful, older woman, you know, initiates a conversation with you. And, you know, you talking about different things, and now all of a sudden y'all talking about music, and you can talk about music that came out, such as the Dale Phonics and, you know, the Dales and things like that during her time. And, you know, women, older women, they like that, you know, when a young man can speak about, you know, music and different artists, and then not just the artist and the music, but the lifestyle of the artist, you know, everything, you know, pertaining to that, and just the lyrics of that song. You know, it's just like with Adore You. You know, when you talking to an older woman and be like, if she's a Prince fan, you'd be like, man, Prince was a hell of a writer, man. He said love is too weak to define exactly what you mean to me. You know, an older woman, she liked that type of shit, you know what I mean? Because not only did you listen to the melody and the vocal arrangement and the melodic voice, but what you love mostly about it, the lyrics. You know, you was into the lyrics of the song. You was into the producer, the engineer, everything. And that older woman gets so wrapped up and tied up and entangled up and what you conveying and saying within the conversation, and now all of a sudden, you know, y'all went from talking about that to now y'all in exchange information, and now y'all talking on telecommunication, and now she's sitting up there visualizing having fornication with you, and now you getting an accumulation from her. You know what I'm saying? Like, it just be like that, but it never would have took place if you didn't know about the music. That's why a pimp is supposed to be an informative representative of life, not just lifestyle, but of life. So anything, any type of knowledge that the pimp can get his hands on, he always has to look at it as, okay, what substance can I get out of this? How could I turn this into a message to make my campaign and my octane and my mainstay even greater? You know? And, you know, you can do that with music, because music is another world. Music is another vernacular. It's a culture, you know, and when you're listening to that, man, you have to embrace the spirit that's being manifested, you know, within those songs. And when you do that, man, and when you find a music lover, a woman that's in love with music, hey man, you might not even be her physical preference. But if she goes on a mental safari with you and see how beautiful your mind is and your love for music, now she's intrigued with you. Now her desire to talk to you is even intensified. And now, you know, y'all go from music to talking about other topics. But you never would have been able to talk about pimping and horn if you would have never known about music. You know what I mean? So, yeah, man, it's imperative for every informative representative of the game to have some game, man, pertaining to the music, man. You know, real talk.
Yeah, I feel like it's really a spiritual thing, because ever since I stopped listening to rap music, like I just said, man, I just feel better. Like it's even past the game. I'm not in the game, so that just makes me feel even more like just my soul is calm, instead of listening to, like you said, that profanity, and I'll run up and gun butt you and shit like that. Like, you don't really want to be doing all that shit. So it's like it's like a contradiction to your soul. So once I switched over to the soul music that you talking about, it just brung more out of my spirit and more of me out of myself. It's like more like healing your spirit type shit. So that's shit crazy, man. I didn't even know that shit. And I went straight to your playlist and shit, and I started at that relaxation, and that shit just, from there I just went on to like Ivory Brothers, and I was just like, oh shit, this shit is real live right here, my nigga. Like, I ain't gonna front. No more rap music. Like, I don't even want to hear that shit no more, because it's like, I feel like the love is just vibrating off of me. So bitches just really walk in the room type shit, because they just, it's like it's the new spirit, like you just said. Like, that shit is just crazy. Like,
see, like for example, right? He said Al Green, and those that know my testimony, you know that the first woman that I was blessed to enter, and you see how my tone changed when I talk about her. But when I first came to Vegas, the first woman I had was a friend of my grandmother, and she was 50, going on 53 at the time, but she had a body like she was in her late 20s or early 30s, and face like she was in her late 20s and 30s. I mean, late 20s or early 30s. And, you know, when we got cool, you know, because first of all, I met her at my grandmother's church, and, you know, we went from flirting and, you know, talking indirectly but directly, and we went from there. And of course, this is before I got in the game. This is around 2005, you know, in Vegas. And at that time, you know, I wasn't sexually comfortable, but it was my experiences with her that made me sexually comfortable. So whenever I hear Al Green sing Simply Beautiful, I always think of her, because that's one of the songs from the memories that I have with her, you know. And of course, you couldn't tell me nothing at that time. I'm 21 years old. I'm having sex with an older woman that's married, you know, and, you know, she's playing songs, most of the songs that I already knew, but now I have experiences to them. And, yeah, man, it's because of her that, you know, I became a lot, you know, sexually bold and confident, and more affectionate. You know, and that music, man, it brings back, you know, great memories, man. And I just really appreciate, you know, how I was raised and the experiences that I had, because if I did not have them experiences, man, you know, it's like, damn, you know, where would I be, you know, or would I have been, you know, that good with women in the lifestyle if it had not been for the women that raised me, such as my mother and my grandmother and, you know, different other women, man, that was a blessing to me, man. So, yeah, man, that music, man, you know, I always yeah. But look, bro, me and you end up talking for eons. Let me move on to somebody else, man. And I appreciate you for calling in. All right, man. Oh, man, Kenny, appreciate that. Appreciate that, man. Good looking. And just for those that just got in here, I want to say it again. The Sinful the Pimp page on Instagram is not my page. The Sinful the P773 page, that's the only page I have on Instagram. Okay? Did she hurt me? What do you mean she hurt me? No, she didn't hurt me. What happened was my grandmother found out about it, and she told me to stop, you know, and I left it alone because, you know, that's just how tight me and my grandmother was, you know. But I still love her to this day. You know, I still love her to this day. You know, yeah. Good memories, man. I don't have no bad. Have I ever got my heart broke before? Hold on. Many times. Hello?
Yeah, what's up, man?
Yeah, motherfuckers gonna ask me, have I ever got my heart broken before? Like, yeah, nigga, I remember one time, you know what I mean? I thought I had more in the bank account, man, than I thought I had, man. That shit was below zero, nigga. I was in the negative, man. My heart was broken like a motherfucker. But yeah, man, what's going on with you?
Yeah, what's up, man? So I just want to go to advice, right?
Uh-huh.
You know, there was this other family named Moneybird. Derek
Moneybird? No, I don't know no Moneybird.
Yeah. He was found way Jewish, right? And he basically offered temping classes for like $5,000 for like 3 days, right? And I've taken several of the classes, right? Seen no results. And I'm just wondering.
He's on YouTube?
Services. Yeah, you got a YouTube too.
I don't know nobody named Moneybird.
Moneybird.
Never heard of him, but wait a minute. So let me ask you something. So you paid for classes from a white guy about this game?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. It's limited gas out there, right? Like you just look at his YouTube and stuff, he just oozes sexuality, just he's real confident, stuff like that. But
I don't know what it is. I don't know what it is.
$15,000 on this one.
I don't know what it is, but I don't like the way you said ooh. So yeah, I gotta go. I don't know. It's just something about the way you said ooh. It just rubbed my spirit the wrong way. I gotta go. Moving on. When the game say hang up, I gotta hang up. I gotta be obedient to the game. The game said leave it alone. I didn't like the way he said ooh. He just oozed sexuality. I didn't like that. I didn't like that. It had like a homosexual vibe to it. I had to go. You know? Y'all know that I'm obedient to the game. I don't know. Yeah, I didn't know. And then another thing. So it was a white dude, and you paid for classes about pimping from a white dude. Sound like you deserve to get your money taken. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. You went to a white guy about some pimping, and you paid for classes from a white guy about this pimping? Yeah, I don't feel sorry for you. Should have broke you for every dime, you know? But sound like some homosexual shit the moment that he said, yeah, he just oozes. He oozes. I didn't like that. It bothered my spirit. I was like, ooh, like, what real man says that about another man? Like, you describing another man and you like, yeah, he just oozes. Yeah, man, go check out such and such, man. He just oozes sexuality. He just oozes. I didn't like that. So I already knew that I was going to end up getting off the phone, you know, with him, man. I wasn't feeling it. He just oozes. I don't want to talk to no man that think another man, he just oozes. I don't like that. You know? I ain't like his tone. None of that. You know what I mean? Y'all laughing. Y'all always think I'm trying to be funny. I'm not even on no funny shit. He oozes. Like what? He oozes? It's just certain things that men don't say. It's just like when Hassan keeps saying, he thighed me. Nigga, he thighed you. Heterosexual men don't even talk like that. He thighed you. Nigga, I don't even know about a man doing that to a bitch. Like, he thighed you? Thighed? Like, this is some homosexual language right here. He thighed. Yeah, man, nah. And then he be saying shit like, nah, he ain't go up in my ass. Wait a minute, so he fucked everybody else? He got his dick sucked by everybody else? But with you, what'd he do? Nah, he ain't fucked me, man. You know what I mean? He ain't go all up in me, man. He just thighed me. What? Wait a minute. Stop. Everybody in the house smelling like Vaseline and booty. Everybody else getting fucked. Everybody else getting pregnant. Everybody else in the house. Every nigga in the house giving up that wop. And you the only motherfucker in the house that ain't giving up your wop. And you the only one getting thighed? Come on, man. Who believes this? Stop it. Stop it with niggas. Motherfuckers don't even know how to make their lives believable. Everybody else getting fucked. Everybody getting pregnant. What the song say? Everybody getting tipsy. You know what I mean? Everybody in the club getting tipsy. And you the only one getting thighed. I gotta go. Hold on. Hello?
Yo, what up, man?
What's happening?
Yo. What's up, man? I got this bitch here with me, right? She ain't turning no profit, though.
Okay, moving on. That's the same Goofy calling from another number. He broke on PX for the 5 balls. Boy, what you talking about? Hold on. Hello. That's God. Okay, hello. What's happening? I'm blessed, man. What's going on?
Hey, yeah, man, I just want to deal with you about the music. I heard the brother speaking about the music. See, I grew up in a hard position. You know what I mean? So my mom, I didn't grow up with my mom. I grew up with my pops, my grandmother, but everybody was musician, man. And he's surprised at how that old school music get over here and in different ways, man. It just creates another vibe. My father and my grandfather put the grandmother to the game, but real smooth, man, gentleman like, man. And you sit up there and ride with him, man. Just like him, you sit up there and ride with him, man. Whenever he was playing some of the original Big Young Grill and all that, you know what I mean? It's extremely cool. So, you know what I mean? Yeah, that's how he was, his thing like that, his thing and all of that, man. So, yeah, man, I really love that, man. Over here. most of the Yankees, they missing that two plus year. You know what I'm saying? That Democrats, that two plus year.
Yeah, that's smoothness, man. You know, when you're dealing with women, you know, you need that. Solomon spoke about different times. There's a time to be, you know, aggressive. There's a time to listen to Civil 3. And then there's a time to listen to the Cigar family. There's a time to listen to the Switch Band. You know, there's a time to listen to Matt Dre. And then there's a time to listen to the Week. You know, there's a time to listen to different things. That's all. But yeah.
My pops. My pops. Smoking feeling buzz, holding purse. Come back in the front, now you checking all these motherfuckers, making bitches standing on my way because I'm ruckus. If you wanna come and pay the way, no way that you can touch motherfuckers on some other shit. You nasty like some motherfuckers. He talked to ladies. I'm in the back watching. I was like, oh, okay, let's do it. So when I got on, I did my thing. Like, yeah, you got it. That's what I'm doing. You got to do it. But it's not just flies,
yeah.
Yeah, no doubt. And I also want to say, man, hey, man, don't worry about these niggas, man. I know they on your helmet. I know they want your attention, man. But, you know, them niggas be certified suckers, man. You know what I'm saying? Straight up. They got patent rights for their suckers. You know,
Diamond. Yeah. Diamond album. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
Appreciate that, man.
Now, I sit over here. Ain't no thing, man. Hey, look, I just sit over here and watch the video with the cat with the free. I know exactly what you're talking about. And my people, you know, one of my cousins, he's in the gang, and he know him. And I said, hey, I said, man, what's up with that? Oh, man, that's the thing. I'm staying out of it. I said, all right, yeah, man. You know, hey, man, it's a cool motherfucker, man.
Real or how I do your shit.
Cool as hell, too, man. Like, you gotta go on that, man. You know, over here, making work and shit, merch.
Hey man, listen. When you don't have a message, you have to attack the messenger in order to get the attention of the masses, because you don't have a message. So that's the best way to get the attention of the masses, because you don't have a message, so you gotta attack the message. It is what it is.
Yeah, man, yeah. That shit is corny though.
It's corny, but at the same time, I appreciate him because even though when I'm talking shit, I don't want you to get it confused. I like him. I like the fact that you're hating on me because you're thinking about it. You're not thinking about property. You're not thinking about pussy. You're not thinking about currency. You're not thinking about how to improve your life so you don't have any insecurity. Instead of you improving yourself so you don't have those frailties no more, you get into a continuity of thinking about simple routine. I like that. You're my marketing team. So, you know, man, I always say that, man. You know, man, I got that in my story now. My haters are my marketing team. I appreciate that. I appreciate when that goofy did the video with the fake Jesus saying that, you know, Simple Pete is banned from, yeah, I like that. I like, because you took time out to pull a crackhead to basically sit up there, you went out your way. And then what's so sad, the dude that does all of this, like, the bitch that he has, this is a fancy.
I smoke it all, I ain't prejudice. I got the shades right here, I got the shades right here, I got the razor right here.
These bitches are small fry away from dying. and this is your what? You in your home. This is just over 400 pounds. And you come out from shit.
Yeah, I know exactly.
Come on, man. Come on, man. Listen, man. I pick on hoes, man. I don't pick on animals, man. I'm not involved in bestiality, man. You know, anything over 400 pounds, man, is a beast. Man, anything over 400 pounds is a beast, man. I'm not in bestiality, man. I'm pimping on human beings, man. I'm pimping on women, man. I don't fuck with animals. So you won't see sin with no 400 pounds, you know, and more ass bitch. I can't believe certain niggas claiming this pimping, wearing fake jewelry and Marty Jannetty jackets and got fat girls that they prostitute, and they talking about this motherfucking pimping, man. What's wrong with you? But, I mean, it is what it is. You can do whatever you want on the internet. You know, do your thing. It is what it is. But, man, thank you for calling in, man. Look. Listen, man. How many want me to come back tonight? It'll be later on. We're free. How many want me to come back when I play? Huh?
Alright, blessings to you, man. How you doing, bro?
I'm cool. Hold on for a minute. How many of y'all want me to come back later tonight with free? Y'all would like that? Okay. Okay. Yeah, I sit up there and call his old ass and see if he want to sit up there, man, and chop up some game with me tonight, and we can talk some shit. All right. So let me see. It's 6:27 right now. What's a good time for y'all? Nah, baby, I ain't gonna delete it. It's all good, Pauline. But what's going on, young people? What's happening?
Man, how you doing, man? Listen to you, man. You know what I'm saying? I love your campaign. I've been good, man. How you do your campaign, man? You know what I'm saying? I'm voting for you, man. You know what I'm saying?
I'm voting for you for vice president. Yeah, we vote for you. Yeah.
Hey, man. That's a shot town. Me from Collabo, man. It's got me from Walker home.
Oh, man.
You know what I'm saying? And I got plenty of love for the shot, but that's what I really want you to know, to the young kids that's out there, man, that, you know what I'm saying, they taking the little music tools and just everything like that. And you know what I'm saying, they maintaining and whatnot. How would you address to them about how to handle a situation, and let's say that one of their students or whatever got pregnant?
Got pregnant by who?
So what advice could you give to a young kid that's coming up and that situation happens?
Did you hear me? I said she got pregnant by the pimpin', correct?
Yes, sir.
Okay, well, first of all, number one, you know, I don't know why, well, I mean, motherfuckers do silly shit. But if the bitch was already making twos and fews, you know, it wouldn't have made no sense to get her pregnant. You know, I don't know P's vow. I don't know his views. Does he want to have the baby or not?
Okay. I don't know neither.
I'm asking.
I was just, you know what I'm saying, I just wanted to call in with a real question.
No, but listen to me.
I be hearing the type of questions that you supposed to be calling in on, man. And I be like, man, stop it.
Yeah, but bro, listen to me. Does he want the bitch to have the baby or not?
Well, I mean, man, you know, this doesn't refer to me at all. I was just...
Yeah, but
advice to the young kids that's out there, that situation they have to with them.
Okay, well,
you know,
but like I said, you know, even if you're not asking for yourself, my question would be to the person presiding over the situation, you know, is this something that you desire? Do you desire to have a child with this young woman? And if no, when a woman is pregnant, the only thing that we could do, you don't force no woman and you don't ask no woman to commit an abortion. What you do is simply tell her the blessings and the consequences of maintaining this child, and you also give her, you know, the consequences if she decides to not keep the child, you know, and the so-called benefits of not keeping the child. And then after explaining everything to her in totality, you give her the opportunity of whether or not she want to maintain that baby or not. Okay? Because if you encourage her to commit an abortion and she have that abortion, you know, of course, if she having dreams of a baby screaming and, you know, all that type, if she having nightmares because of what just took place, you know, emotionally, she's not going to be looking at you the same. And it can destroy, you know, that pimping hoe situation, because women are governed by their emotions. So when you sending her out the door, she's not thinking about getting no money. She's emotionally, you know, still attached to that situation that just occurred with that baby. You know what I mean? So, it's a situation, you know, and then that's another thing. If you maintaining somebody that don't respect you, you know, it's a fucked up situation. You're not gonna get no money anyway, because she don't respect you. And a bride can actually lose respect, you know, for a guy that's actually encouraging her to kill the baby that he put in. So he got to really use wisdom and discernment, you know, within this situation, because the wrong move in that situation can blow the bitch completely. Or if she don't blow, if he maintain it, he's gonna be broke anyway, because she's not thinking about no goddamn money, even after she had that abortion. She's not the same. You know what I mean? Now, I can't say every woman would react the way that she would react, but most in that situation will. You know? If he already getting accused in the situation, it's only gonna get worse. Because he was already getting nothing, and now he's about to get less than nothing, now that she's pregnant. Or now that he's about to ask her to commit an abortion. It's only going to get worse. That's why it was stupid to impregnate somebody. First of all, number one, if you young in the game, that ain't even where your mind should be, and that ain't where her mind should be. But, you know, if you already was making nothing, why would you put a baby in? That's bad. She's already giving you nothing, and then now that she got the baby, she break herself and give you nothing, and then you turn around and spend the nothing on the everything that she had for you, which is a child. That's bad. So, yo, you know, we ain't trying to have no babies and carrying on. The bride ain't making no money, you know, and things like that. She not producing, and especially if she even is producing, that should be the last thing on your mind. A pimp ain't got no business trying to have a baby, you know, unless he's established. Because you thinking mentally, you're not no woman. You're not governed by feelings. You know, feelings will compel you to bring a child. Good looking, Ed. Feelings will compel you to bring a child in this world that you don't have the wisdom or the money to take care of. Only emotions do some shit like that. But you're not going to tell me that you governed by ism and wisdom, and you sitting over there putting a baby in this bride, and you're not even established. That's dumb. As I told you, the heart is deceitful above all things and desperately wicked. Jeremiah 17:9. The pimpin' is not governed by his heart. Does the pimpin' have feelings? Yes. But the difference between the pimpin' and a man or a male outside of the lifestyle of pimpin' and whoring, even in the worst of circumstances, we gonna mentally respond. We ain't gonna emotionally react. We gonna bring the motherfucking game. We not bringing our heart. You know. So to the young pimpin' that's collecting $200 to $300 a day, or, you know, a little bit under $5, or, you know, pretty much, man, you ain't getting no money. You ain't got no business, man, even thinking about no. Matter of fact, talking about she's pregnant. How your dick get hard in this type of situation? You know what I mean? No, that's the last thing that should be on your mind, man. If that bitch coming in here with 140s and 180s and 210s and shit by the grace of God, how the fuck your motherfucking blood leave your heart and you allow your dick to get hard for some shit like that? No, man, pull your mind out. Put your dick away. Put that motherfucker away. That ain't gonna do nothing but ruin a situation that's already bad. It's already bad, so you just gonna make the problem exacerbate by trying to fornicate with the bra. So you up, man, pull that man out and get the pistol. You know, nah. Bitch coming up in here with 270. Some of y'all rooms, you in hotel rooms. The room is over $100, but the bitch in here bringing 230 and 180 and shit. No, man. We ain't got no time to be having sex. Bitch, don't even try to suck my dick. Don't even think about riding me or fucking me. How could you think about sex at a time like this? No. So, to the young P's, you know what I mean? Hey, man, you know, we make mistakes. You know, there's some stupid shit that we all have done. But to bounce back from a situation like that, you gonna have to sit down with that woman and, like that old school song say, you know, let's straighten it out. You gonna have to straighten it out with her, you know, and let her know that this is how you should come, baby. As you know what I mean? First of all, I like to say, man, I appreciate the effort you can put in. You know what I'm saying? Because you have been using your ability to the best of your ability, man, to get my money. And I appreciate that. I do. But as of right now, the money that has been generated, you know, is not up to par. It's not up to standard. And by us possessing the love that we profess to have for children, we would never bring a child into this world that we're not in position to take care of. See, because, you know, you my woman. But bro, you don't know nothing about this basketball. Nigga, shut up. Nigga, when I see you, I'm beating your ass and sitting over there saying this shit, nigga, about LeBron. I'm here to tell you niggas that LeBron is not the GOAT. Stop saying that. No, he is not the greatest of all time. Y'all be pissing me off when you say that. How is the nigga that only won 4? This nigga won 4 champions. Well, shit, I can't even say 4. I'm sorry, I can't say 4, man. Y'all gonna really count that championship, man? He's not the GOAT. You know what I mean? Stop it. He's not the GOAT, bro. When you do a greatest of all time, you have to do it according to that era, bro. Those that know basketball, you do it according to the era. And right now, he's great in his era, but he's not the greatest of all time. So if y'all want to call in, we could talk pimping. We could talk about whatever you want to talk, but if you call in trying to prove the vote, I'ma listen. I ain't gonna argue with you, you know, we ain't gonna fight, but come on, man. You know, Mike would have never did the shit that LeBron did. If Mike lose, he not going to Boston or LA. Stop it. Hello? Hello? What's going on? Hello?
Oh my God.
Hello? Yeah, bro, like, what? Can you hear me?
What's going on, man? Yeah, I can hear you now. My bad.
Alright, what's happening?
Hey, what's up, schmiggyschmoddler? You know what I'm saying? You remember me and the memes in it?
Remember you and where?
The news unit? Yeah, you in the news unit. You know Dave from Wisconsin, right?
Bro, what's your question? Because right now you coming off weird as hell.
Why is LeBron not the GOAT? You know he's the GOAT. You know LeBron the best.
If LeBron,
what the fuck you talking about?
If LeBron,
boy, I need you at the Greyhound. I need you at the Greyhound.
If LeBron is the GOAT, hold on.
On you. You know what I'm saying?
Hold on, let me do this.
I'm on you right now.
If LeBron is the GOAT, then that means that you not a trick. If LeBron is the GOAT, that means that you're not a trick. I gotta move on, cause you's a goofy. I can't even have fun with you. You're a goofy. But if LeBron is the GOAT, then that means that he's not a trick. And we know you're a trick, so how is LeBron the GOAT? Hold on for a minute, cause hello? We could talk pimping, we could talk about whatever you want to talk, but if you call in trying to prove to me that LeBron is the GOAT, I'ma listen. I ain't gonna argue with you, you know, we ain't gonna fight, but come on, man. You know, Mike would have never did the shit that LeBron did. If Mike lose, he not going to Boston or LA. Stop it. Hello? Hello? What's going on? Hello?
Hello?
Yeah, bro, like, what? Can you hear me?
Hold on, man. Yeah, I can hear you now. My bad.
Alright, what's happening?
What's up, schmiggyschmoddler? You know what I'm saying? You remember me in the news unit?
Remember you and where?
Please go shower.
The news unit? Yeah, you in the news unit. You know Dave from Wisconsin, right?
Bro, what's your question? Because right now you coming off weird as hell.
Why is LeBron not the GOAT? You know he's the GOAT. You know LeBron the best.
If LeBron,
what the fuck you talking about?
If LeBron, if LeBron is the GOAT, hold on.
On you, you know what I'm saying?
Hold on, let me do this.
I'm on you right now.
If LeBron is the GOAT, then that means that you not a trick. If LeBron is the GOAT, that means that you're not a trick. I gotta move on, cause you's a goofy. I can't even have fun with you. You're a goofy. But if LeBron is the GOAT, then that means that he's not a trick. And we know you're a trick, so how is LeBron the GOAT? Hold on for a minute, cause hello?
Yo, so what up, man?
Hold on for a minute, bro. Hold on for a minute. Stay right there. Don't move. That nigga said LeBron fans is worse than the Beehive. God damn. Hold on. Hey, I'm live right now, but I'm hungry. So go ahead and do you got anything lined up? Do you have some appointments? If not, I'll get somebody else. Huh? Okay, then just text me, because I'm hungry, bitch. I need you to do something for me, baby. I appreciate you. Alright. Alright, what you talking about, family?
It was nice in New York. I just want to do the park around here and explain or tell me your experience about, like, you know, how music really heals the soul and shit like that when it comes to the pimping or just whatever. Because I just know that once I stopped listening to rap music, like, you know, I just started feeling it more like myself. I started listening like soul music. I actually went to your little playlist and shit, Black Face and Isley Brothers and shit, and that shit just changed like my whole spirit. It made me feel like I was more vibrant and shit. So I just wanted to elaborate on that kind of subject.
Yeah, I wanted the brothers. If you notice, I play a lot of R&B. And the reason why I play a lot of R&B, a lot of old school R&B, is because I want the new representatives of the game, you know what I mean, to have that gentleman about them. I want them to have that charm about them. I want them to have that pimpish vibe, you know, about them, you know. I want them to also know their knowledge, you know, have knowledge concerning the history of, you know, of what pimps used to listen to in the 60s, the 70s, and the 80s. You know, the reason why, you know, pimps was getting chose and knocking the way they do, because a lot of times you'll be listening to some Isley Brothers or some Donny Hathaway, Marvin Gaye, some Stylistics, and while you riding or you in the house just sitting down, you know, listening to the Whispers, you know, or listening to some Frankie Beverly and Maze, you will be amazed with how the spirit of pimping will just come over you and deposit something in your spirit. And you'll begin to just think about, you know, you'll be in October and you'll already be in the month of July, just pimping mentally and say, man, you know, I'm getting ready to work out, I'm getting ready to read, I'm getting ready to get new revelations concerning the game. And while you just listening to the music, man, you just visualize and just having some of the most beautiful, you know, infinite-minded women, you know what I mean, just, you know, ready to get it for you, man, and, you know, being able to be, you know, do some fly shit that you ain't never done or no other pimp, you know, has done. You know, you in Dubai, but you got hoes catching dates in Italy. You know, you just visualizing this shit. You know what I mean? You visualizing, you know what I mean, sitting over there, knocking this brand new college student. You know what I mean? That just came in town. You know, you just, a lot of times, you have to call them things which be not as though they were, and speak things into existence. And when you listening to music, you know, those fantasies become reality as you keep speaking it into existence, and you keep thinking about it, and you keep speaking it into existence. And that music, that old school music, it really be the soundtrack for those type of thoughts. And you know, so I appreciate that when I'm listening to Marvin Gaye, the I Want You album, man, I'm just thinking about turning on and turning out some of the most beautiful women that God has ever created, man, to the lifestyle of pimping and hoeing, man. You know, I just be thinking about certain things of, you know, what could I do to make myself a greater asset, you know, to a woman, you know, because when you listening to a lot of that rap, you know, you hearing all of this profanity and things like that, and that's cool, you know, keep a balance. But when you listening to the old school, you know, a lot of things is in code. They're not using profanity. You know, it's real classy, you know, and it brings that spirit from that time upon you. And you would have never even thought, you know, of these particular thoughts if you had not been listening to that music, you know, because that music is invoking that spirit. And so that's why I always tell the young pimps, man, listen to some Isley Brothers. Listen to some Frankie Beverly and Maze. And, you know, I want you to listen to, you know what I mean, some Earth, Wind, and Fire. I want you to listen to, you know, the Temptations. I want you to listen to Eddie Kendricks in his solo career days. David Ruffin in his solo career days. I want you to listen to Dennis Edwards. I want you to know about Ali Woodson. You know, I want you to know about these things because, you know, you might be in a bar one night while you dressed up and you didn't even come for that. You had come looking for some fine, attractive young thing. But an older, attractive, beautiful, older woman, you know, initiates a conversation with you. And, you know, you talking about different things, and now all of a sudden y'all talking about music, and you could talk about music that came out, such as the Delphonics and, you know, the Dells and things like that during her time. And, you know, women, older women, they like that, you know, when a young man can speak about, you know, music and different artists, and then not just the artists and the music, but the lifestyle of the artist, you know, everything, you know, pertaining to that, and just the lyrics of that song, you know, it's just like would adore you. You know, when you talking to an older woman and be like, if she's a Prince fan, you can be like, man, Prince was a hell of a writer, man. He said love is too weak to define exactly what you mean to me. You know, an older woman, she liked that type of shit, you know what I mean? Because not only did you listen to the melody and the vocal arrangement and the melodic voice, but what you love mostly about it, the lyrics. You know, you was into the lyrics of the song. You was into the producer, the engineer, everything. And that older woman gets so wrapped up and tied up and entangled up in what you conveying and saying within the conversation. And now all of a sudden, you know, y'all went from talking about that to now y'all exchange information, and now y'all talking on telecommunication, and now she's sitting up there visualizing having fornication with you, and now you getting an accumulation from her. You know what I'm saying? Like, it just be like that, but it never would have took place if you didn't know about the music. That's why a pimp is supposed to be an informative representative of life, not just lifestyle, but of life. So anything, any type of knowledge that the pimp can get his hands on, he always has to look at it as, okay, what substance can I get out of this? How could I turn this into a message to make my campaign and my octane and my maintain even greater? You know? And you know, you can do that with music, because music is another world. Music is another vernacular. It's a culture, you know, and when you listening to that, man, you have to embrace